Alright, so I finally finished it. SHIPtember is a challenge where you're supposed to build a spaceship that's over 100 studs long in the month of September. Well, mine's 104 studs long, and it took around 5 months. I'm not really sure why it took so long. It's not like it's 5 times better than what I would have done in a single month, but regardless, whatever. I did a bunch of videos, 4 total videos, depicting the whole build process, build log of the ship, one of which is still coming out. So I'm not going to go through all the like little details of the build process of the ship because you guys can check out those videos and kind of see, you know, where everything sort of began from, all the original plans, and then where we ended up now all this time later. I pretty much went over everything. There were very few parts that I didn't exactly cover through just me talking about it and time lapses and stuff through the design process. I built this in a similar color scheme to Daniel Barwigan's ship, which he should be finishing up soon. And we're going to be taking both of those to Brickworld Chicago and a couple other conventions this summer, along with some builds by some other LEGO builders to make a big space layout sort of thing. So that's going to be really cool. That'll be kind of the final form of this mock. But for now, it's complete. In the end, I could say I'm pretty happy with it. I wish it had more color or more blue specifically, and then maybe also more texture in the white areas, kind of like how Daniel's ship is done. But looking at it now, I still don't know exactly how I would do that. I would have to like completely, you know, restructure how I did a lot of the designing and stuff, which would kind of suck. I also wish maybe the dark gray greebling towards the back was a little bit cooler. I realized only recently that greebling in dark gray is much more difficult than greebling in light gray. So like mad respect to people like fauxto who are able to like greeble their entire ship out of dark gray. My favorite parts are probably like the shapes and design of the ship. I think we got a lot of cool angles and just a lot of cool shapes. I don't know, stuff going on here. Like for example, you have the giant open part at the front and then these 4 or 8 total pillars that kind of align with these cones at the top of the ship, and then you have the 4 giant engines at the back, and then the way these angled front prongs get cut off by these different angled like missile pod things, and the flying buttresses towards the back, which I go over in the video that's going to come out next week. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I like. Again, if you're interested in the techniques, I pretty much went over all of them through those build logs. This is the second SHIPtember ship that I've completed. There were a few other random attempts that didn't end up getting completed. And how I felt with my last ship, which I'll link also, was that there were like too many colors and not a very good distribution of them. So I feel like I like mildly improved there. There's like the right total amount of colors, but there's just not enough of them. They weren't like blocked off really that well or anything like that. So hopefully I'll be able to take what I learned from this SHIPtember and apply it to some future ones. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do next year's because this is the year I'm gonna go off to college. So, you know, all that dumb stuff. Actually, one thing that I didn't go over in any of the build logs was this angled stand that I had that you saw in the video clip earlier on. I just tried really hard to make a really robust stand that was rotated on 2 axes. I think it gives it like a cool look, like it's in action or whatever, that kind of thing. But it's not nearly as stable as the regular stand, which is much wider and just low to the ground. This one is like rock solid because the stands like grip around the body with these brackets here. But yeah, I can't really think of anything else to go over. So I think the last thing, I guess, is does it swoosh?